Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can now that you're speaking. I was just wondering why I couldn't hear you, but then I now have realized you weren't speaking.
Yes. That
Right,
makes sense.
right. Oh, you turned into a succulent. There you are. You're human again. Good, good. Whoa. Bounce, bounce. All right. So, this is Conversations in Sunglasses. My very special, world famous guest star this time is Amanda Williams, who once lived in Australia and who once worked on a lettuce farm, and thus she's famous.
So famous. I think I was most famous at my camp counselor job, though. They
Oh, yeah,
said,
that happens. Do tell.
yeah, yeah, I quote, they called me the Snow White that bench pressed.
Snow White wouldn't bench press. Snow White, no, okay. Freaking Snow White. Like, I was thinking the other day about how, like, Disney princesses have, like, suffocated the souls of women for decades.
Yep, at the very start. Can't escape it.
It's like, what are we teaching people? Like in the case of Snow White and Sleeping Beauty, you have to die in order to get a man. You have to not exist. I mean, The Little Mermaid, you have to lose your voice to get a man. Shut up and just nod your head. It's horrible. Not to mention the fact that happily ever after included being married to a necrophiliac in the case like
I'm not into kink shaming, Glenn, but
no, seriously though, the Snow White married a necrophiliac and Sleeping Beauty married a necrophiliac because those men only made out with them when they were dead.
uh-huh. If I recall, in the original Sleeping Beauty
Oh,
story, she was actually raped and
yep.
woke up when she was giving birth to her rape babies.
Oh, I didn't know the part about the babies.
Yep.
Interesting. Yeah, it's twisted. It's
So I
twisted.
mean, like at least Disney polished it up a little bit,
Right, it's a kid,
but
but still.
it's a step in the right direction. And I mean, Disney lived through the '80s, so
Mhm. But I guess like making out with a dead body is better than banging it in a Disney movie.
well, that's the PG version.
And like, but Snow White though, like, what was that dude doing out in the woods? Like the prince is just like, what's he? Did he hear there was like a hot dead chick laid out in the woods? So he's and she's in this glass coffin. That's what he was there. Like he was had no other discernible purpose for being in the woods and like there lies yon dead teenager. She was a teenager, wasn't she? Like Sleeping Beauty was 16 in that
Mm-hmm.
movie. The Little Mermaid was 16. So I assume Sleeping or Snow White's around that age.
Yeah, it's a mass grooming.
Yeah, yeah, it's twisted. I tell you, it's demented and deranged. But I love Sleeping Beauty. That movie's great. But
Yeah, I like the color changing dress from the fairy fight.
yes, the fairies. Okay, that movie is all about those fairies. Like the whole rest of it is stupid. I mean, Princess Aurora dies and has to be rescued by necrophilia. So like the necrophiliac prince is trying to get to her. So I mean, so the princess doesn't do anything but die and get kissed in this story.
Mm-hmm.
And singing and dancing, but all of them are singing and dancing. And then the prince is supposed to be the hero, but he's like impotent. He's an impotent necrophiliac because the fairies do all the work. Like he doesn't even like he starts hacking through the thorns, but then they're like, "Oh, give
Hmm.
me that" with their magic wands, and they really hack through the thorns. And then he's like fighting the dragon. He's just like staring at it, but the fairies have his sword. The fairies are the ones who throw his sword into the dragon's heart. He's useless. It's
Yeah.
all
So
about
what
the
is that?
fairies. Really,
What?
girls, little girls, be the fairies, not the sleeping beauty who gets.
I don't know, because like nothing but problems happen when fairies meddle in human affairs.
Oh, I see. So you're a homophobe now.
No, no, I'm not a homophobe. I'm just saying
Fairies, no, it's
fairies
true.
and elves and gnomes and stuff. You know, you gotta set your boundaries with them, or else they'll just wreck your life.
It's true. Like Maleficent. It's like if you know them, you have to invite them when your kid is born, or they'll put a
Hmm.
curse on her.
What are the fairy laws, huh? I mean, you can't take them to court.
No, you can't. I guess. I mean, you could try. They might go, but
Maybe that'd be interesting.
it would be for their amusement, and that's kind of scary.
It's not human life. Pretty amusing.
Yeah. Like, especially if you step outside of it and look at humans like just these adorable animals who make shoes and wear them in crap. Like, then humans are really funny. Like, what's with our shoes? It's just, why do we need them? Like, it's so pathetic. Like, how are we the dominant species on Earth when we need to steal fur from other animals? We need to build hooves. We don't have them to protect us from the terrain. We just are silly, silly animals with our little rituals.
Yes, we have domesticated ourselves into needing to use equipment to live comfortably.
Pretty much. I mean, look at us having a conversation. We're not even like here.
No,
We're
it's
like
amazing.
floating around on it. This is the future. Like this is the
Hmm.
future that I saw as a child. This is all there is to it, just video calls.
That's not so bad.
I just made the screen bigger on my computer, but it just isn't big. Everything looks really tiny to me right now.
Oh, well, I am broadcasting to you from a phone. I don't know if that makes a difference.
No, like because mine looks tiny too, like over on this side of the screen. Like everything just looks tiny.
Maybe you're just not close enough.
I mean everything though, like even my hands. Like, do I have
I
tiny
mean,
hands?
it's relative, right? I mean, we've discussed your hands before, I recall. Yes, it was at a place in San Antonio that had root beer, and your
Oh
hands were
Lord,
swollen for
that's the
some
day I
reason.
found out I was allergic to dolphin pee.
Yes.
That's what I always. That's the only thing I look forward to when I go to the doctor, other than being told no, you don't have diabetes, is the I look forward when they ask if I have any allergies because then I get to say just dolphin pee, and then they say, "How do you know you're allergic to dolphin pee?" To which I reply, "I have lived a rich and storied life," and leave it at that.
Yes.
Oh, right, but my hands swell up like Cabbage Patch Kids. They look like balloons. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes. So,
That
I
was
mean,
mildly terrifying. So, no more golden showers from dolphins for me.
yeah, Glenn, I know that's going to be real rough on you, but I believe in you.
It's not the only quirk to my lifestyle. I'll live. I can still find something equivalent to being peed on by a dolphin.
But
Because
can you though?
yeah,
There's always those
right.
blow up dolphins.
I guess, but do they pee? They've got to be like the little freaking pee dolls that children for some reason want to play with. Like, why is it important to children that their dolls can urinate?
I have a feeling that has to do with potty training demonstration.
Oh, I never thought of that. I just thought it was like something little girls desired in a companion.
No.
Does my companion wet herself? Because if not, I don't want to hang out with her.
I only want toys that pee themselves, okay? Yeah, says a 3-year-old. I don't think so.
Right? Oh, well. I was always glad I wasn't a little girl because I don't even remember why.
Probably
No,
that programming. Be like, oh, the worst thing in the world to be for a little boy was to be a little girl.
that's true. That is true. And we didn't even know why. Didn't make any freaking sense.
Sure didn't.
Humans are weird about gender. Like, that's another thing you notice if you step outside of humanity and look at us.
Yeah, I mean, other species display non-binary traits and have homosexual relationships
Yeah,
and are like super fluid.
but they don't
So
have to
why wouldn't
label
that
it.
express in humanity?
Like, the weird thing is that we have to label it, I think.
Yes, and
Like,
language is limiting.
yes, every label, like, I feel like it's not people's feelings that confuse them in this species, it's our labels.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're always attracted to one gender and then you one day are attracted to a different gender, without labels, that doesn't mean anything. Like you don't
No,
think about it twice, you go with it. But with labels, it's like, oh no, I'm straight or I'm gay or whatever. I
and
can't.
it's the
And
biggest
now I
deal in the
must.
world, right?
Yeah. It's like you have to suffer and struggle, but it's not your feelings that are confusing you. It's your labels. I hate them. I hate them
Yeah,
so.
yeah. The software isn't really compatible with the hardware sometimes.
Right. No, it's true. That's a really great way to put it. It's true. Because I don't know, it's just strange. Like how we feel like everyone has to be labeled something, like and must then adhere to it. Yeah, then when you have a label and you like I had a gay friend who banged a chick one night and he freaked out. He was telling me all about it and you know, I was like, so what? I mean, it doesn't change who you are at all. It
No,
doesn't
it's
mean you're not really attracted to men. It means you once banged a chick. I mean,
yeah, it's just another experience, right?
yeah.
Another drop in the bucket.
Mm-hmm. I'm thirsty. Feel like I've been eating cotton.
Mm.
But
Well, that's not very nutritious.
no, no, especially cotton candy.
Mm.
I mean, I don't know what's more nutritious to eat actual literal cotton or to eat cotton
I
candy.
mean, please eat some cotton candy because if you think cotton mouth is bad, what do you think about cotton butt?
Cotton butt?
Yeah.
Wait, how do you eat cotton candy?
Oh,
I
if you
didn't
eat a
know
bunch
that
of
was an
cotton balls.
option. Goodness gracious.
Don't eat cotton balls, y'all.
Yeah, unless you really want to. But then, yeah, probably not. Yeah, don't. Don't. like I always come back in like all conversations to how my uncle once offered me a dog biscuit after biting into one. Like he was in there eating a dog biscuit. First he told me, because he was smoking, he told me never to smoke. It's a terrible thing. And then he said, and do as I say, not as I do. And then he ate a dog biscuit and offered me one. I declined. I declined.
Good. You took his advice immediately.
Well, I grew up to get people to eat dog biscuits too, but not by eating them.
Oh God.
No, I didn't even have to eat them first to get. I was such a lovely youth minister. I put that on the scavenger hunt once. Video of someone eating a human eating dog biscuits or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It worked.
So many things.
What's even in dog biscuits? I mean, I made dog biscuits a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty exciting. I know it was in mine, but that's not how the store-bought ones are.
Well,
think
they probably have more preservatives and stuff. I don't really know. I don't have dogs right now. Not in the treat market, but hopefully they have some good stuff in them.
Who knows?
You would hope.
Yeah, you would hope. I guess it doesn't kill them immediately.
No.
Wouldn't it be weird if you found out that like dogs actually have a lifespan 3 times that of a human, except dog biscuits kill them? And it just takes years to poison them? And that if we didn't kill them, they would actually dominate the earth because at a certain age they grow super intelligent.
Ooh.
And by like the government for thousands of years has had us domesticating dogs and giving them these dog biscuits, the recipes of which are actually toxic to them, thus preventing them from from replacing us as the dominant species on the earth.
Well, maybe if man hadn't turned a wolf into a chihuahua.
Yeah, we did that. That's another weird thing about humans.
Yeah. We'll take something and make it cute.
Or hideous for fun.
Or
like
hideous.
Bulldog. Like a freaking bulldog.
Like a pug. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Pugs are so
goodness.
sad when they're old.
They
Those
smell
poor
so
things.
strange. Like I have a friend who loves pugs. She's always had pugs. So this conversation will probably anger her. But pugs are
Yeah.
smelly people. They smell bad. Like it's not just a dog smell. It is the smell of a pug. It just doesn't appeal to me. I could never date a pug.
Yeah. Working at the vet clinic, like all the old pugs were in a horrible condition because their face isn't built for like a comfy long haul. It's built to be all smushed and stuff. It is not a comfortable existence, guys.
No.
Their eyes pop out of their heads.
Oh, no.
It's
I would
just
never want a pug. Like
just need to turn them back into like better dogs, okay? Get the genetics fixed up.
Let's breed some advantages into their existence. Like I would think most dog breeds wouldn't survive in the wild, not for very long, because they're not built. They need humans, like especially like the ones whose hair just keeps growing, unless they go to the groomer. Like,
yeah, sheep have been bred that way too. And if they don't get sheared, they die from heat exhaustion, except for those like random few sheep. I'm sure people have heard of Shrek with the giant fleece. That was impressive. But
yeah.
But yeah, we have made animals dependent on being domesticated
Mm-hmm.
in some sort of weird genetic prison.
Yeah, we really have. We're weird. But you know we're not the
So
only
weird.
animals that domesticate other animals. Like there's a like ants. Certain ants have like domesticated aphids the way that we do cattle.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
the spider species that keeps little frogs as pets.
It's fascinating.
Yup.
Like how the universe actually works versus how you think it should work.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not always pretty.
No, it's not, because spiders are ugly. I would never date a spider. Again. I mean,
Again.
not after that last time.
Yeah.
Oh, burp.
Burp. I once had a husband who was afraid of spiders. And he lived in Australia.
That's amazing. That's quite amazing. Wait,
Yes.
okay. You said you thought Texans were tougher than Australians, right? Because I
They're
remember
about the
asking.
same. Upon a deeper reflection of spending more time in America now
Mhm.
and seeing a contrast, there isn't really much of a contrast. Men are men anywhere.
Oh, okay. Is that an
But um, just an observation.
I accept that.
Yes.
Oh well. Like,
What are you gonna do about it?
I don't know, but I like the Rescuers Down Under. Like, how
Is that
accurate?
the one with
The one with what?
the mice?
Yeah, the one where they're in
Vaguely
Australia.
remember.
That's what I just decided to assume all of Australia is like, is how it's depicted in that film. Heck yeah. Why is there. My desk is messed up. It's usually clean. But it had one of those multi project kind of days.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know why my underwear is on the desk. Like, that's the thing that I'm like, how did I. Why is that even in this room? But like
Well,
all the other things make sense to me, like the books and the uh, sunglass polish and the other books and the notes and the microphone and oh, I should list everything on my desk because that's going to entertain you, right?
so entertaining. I could name off all of my plants for you,
That could be
except only one of them has a name that I know of.
Oh, what is it?
This is my aloe vera. His name is Jonathan.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, he's a real good boy.
I once named every hornet on my front porch Chester just so that I could tell them apart.
Well, I think wasps run on a hive mind,
Yeah, kind of.
kind of, or they at least have like some Wi-Fi between them.
Right. I think they're pretty cool. Like, I'm glad they're dead though. Like, because I wouldn't kill them, and everyone was like, "You're insane." And like last winter, here in Dallas, it didn't get wintry enough to kill them, so they just stayed. I've had hornets for like 2 years, and I wouldn't kill them though because I researched like poison because like she's allergic to their stings. Like I didn't want these things to kill anybody.
Mm-hmm.
but I was trying to find out if the poison would hurt them or if it would just like be instant. Um, but yeah, it would hurt them. And then I started researching like the emotions and things of hornets, and I was like, nope, they are too human. They're I can't. They feel physically, they feel emotionally, they recognize faces. Like that was kind of my theory. Like they're never gonna sting me. They're gonna learn who I am, and that I won't hurt them. And so they did. They started getting to where they weren't threatened by me at all. Um, so I don't regret not killing them, but I'm glad they're dead. If that makes sense, because now I can knock that nest down and I don't have to worry about them um, killing anybody who comes over.
Yeah, putting an end to a cycle.
Yeah. But I would love it if there were a more like a humane way to get rid of that kind of insect. Like roaches, you've got to poison. You've got to put poison all over the house. If you have roaches, there's nothing. I cannot live with roaches.
Yeah,
It's like
no, ew.
them or me.
They're the one bug that still gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Oh yeah. Ugh. Ugh.
Everything else I can handle though, pretty much. Oh, except centipedes.
Mm. Like
Fuck that.
I've never been told. Like I've never found the information as to whether or not centipedes are poisonous. Like I don't even know if they're in any way stingy.
I want to say yes, but also unsure.
Yeah, that's me. Like I was told yes by other children when I was a children when I was a child. So I find that as an adult not to be the most credible source.
Mm-hmm.
Like I learned this from a 5-year-old. So I took it as gospel when I was 5, but now that I'm a little bit older, 7, I know better than to take the word of a 5-year-old who doesn't cite his sources. It's like that's what parents should be teaching their toddlers. Cite your sources, kid.
Cite your sources. A primary source is better than a secondary source.
Right. But yeah, like roaches, mm-mm, mm-mm. Especially the flying ones. Oh no, 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 no. It's like those must die. I like have no. I'm just not myself. If I see a roach, no.
Yes. Yes.
Which is ridiculous because like there was a wasp up my pants one time, like
Oh my god.
one summer, like I was just walking around in my room and I suddenly get this shooting pain in my leg. And I'm just like, ow! And I was like, okay, what was that? And then it happened again. I'm like, oh, no, do I have nerve damage? What's going on? And then it happened again. And I'm like, oh, I have to see. And I tore off my pants and out crawls this wasp. That was painful, but I didn't kill it. I caught it and took it outside and put some water in the bushes for it because it looked like it was starving. Like,
you're too nice.
That's what I'm saying. But then there's a roach. No, that guy is nowhere to be found. Who like saves the hornet that was up his pants. No, if you're a roach, I'm sorry, but I can't.
Sorry, not sorry.
But yeah, I don't want to talk about roaches anymore. They're gross. Yeah. Let's talk about something not gross.
How's the Cosmic Serpent going?
Oh yeah, I finished that.
Ooh, congratulations.
Yeah, that was a good book. Food for thought. I need to know more.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it came out in 1998.
Okay.
So there, I wonder if he wrote a follow-up or anything like that, like, or if other people have written follow-ups to what he was finding about. Well, I don't want to wreck it
Mm-hmm.
for you, but yeah, it's fascinating, but I need to know more now.
Mm-hmm.
What was I going to say? Cosmic Serpent. Oh yeah, it was good. Now I'm rereading The Picture of Dorian Gray. That's like one of my all-time favorite novels. I just had a mad urge to reread it.
I've never heard of that one.
Really? Oscar Wilde? It's a good book. It's about this guy. I'm not going to spoil the ending. I'm just going to tell you like what it's about. Like this
Mm-hmm.
beautiful young man, and he like has a friend who's painting his portrait, and it's just the friend is an artist and he's so inspired by Dorian's beauty, and like it's just he paints everything better, and so this is his masterpiece to actually paint a portrait of Dorian Gray. And so everybody's kind of mesmerized by this portrait, and there's this other guy, Henry, who's my favorite character. Just and he is just kind of determined to corrupt Dorian Gray because he's like this beautiful, innocent young man. And like, so the whole thing is about like Dorian Gray is so upset by the portrait because he looks at it and he starts crying and he like hates it because he realized the portrait will never get older. But every second after it's painted, Dorian Gray himself will. And so then he like says, I would give anything if I could switch that from, if it's a painting that gets older and I stay the same forever, I would sell my soul for that. So
Oh, I feel like this character was on what is it? The new Sabrina show that was on Netflix.
Oh,
He
maybe.
was like an immortal dude that was running a bar called Dorian Gray's Bar.
Okay, well that would be him.
I was like, that makes some sense.
But the novel is beautiful. It's like solid, glorious dialogue and just these deep conversations about just everything. It's so great. But yeah,
I'll
so
have to give it a read.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. And one of the film adaptations, the 2009 one, is one of my favorite movies ever. I mean, of course it takes liberties, but it's still great. I highly recommend that movie. Whoa. I just noticed that poster hanging on my wall.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. Your house looks cool. Your place.
Oh, thanks. I'm in my meditation room.
Oh.
It's got my candle business stuff and my quilting stuff and other stuff.
Candle maker and quilter.
Sure.
Hey, like, okay, so I had to buy this candle a couple years back. Like, it cost $13. I just wanted a candle that smelled like coffee. And I was so desperate for such a candle that I spent $13 on it. But it came in this cool little like bird, this glass bird kind of thing. And so when the candle burned out, I kept the bird because I spent $13.
Uh-huh.
I keep meaning to like ask you if you want to put a candle in that or something.
Would you like a coffee scented candle in it?
Ooh, can you do that?
I sure can.
Will it cost $13?
No.
That's exciting. Okay, next time I see you, I have to hand off this bird thing that I guess should always just have a coffee scented candle in it because I paid $13 for it. Oh well. Man. Wait. Okay. So I totally lost my train of thought.
Well, time to hop on a different one.
I guess so. Let's get on a different train. So I'm trying to remember what you were saying because I was interested in it.
Well, I forgot too.
Gosh, it's hard to remember stuff with sunglasses on
It
sometimes.
sure is.
I don't know why.
I can tell you about that one time that I got a QHHT thing.
A QH who what now?
Quantum hypnosis healing treatment.
Oh, okay. Do tell. Story time.
Yes. So I got hypnotized to go back into early Amanda and then like still bacon Amanda. Like,
Bacon?
yeah, like I was still in utero.
Oh, baking. I thought you meant bacon, like strips of pig.
No,
Oh, I keep forgetting you're a Texan.
I sure am.
I am too. Oh, well, continue.
Yeah. So,
You're still baking.
yeah,
In
bacon in the
utero.
oven. and then I got to go to a past life. And I didn't really see it, but I could like it was faint. Faint. I was a hunter
Uh-huh.
and I hunted with groups of people, you know? It was a
Yeah,
very pre-Jesus kind of time,
got
you
it.
could say. Potentially barbaric.
Oh, neato. Amanda the
Only
Barbarian.
perspective from the Romans, of course, who later showed up and murdered all of my people,
Oh, right.
including myself.
Well, that's uncool.
Yeah. But no, I was like after I was a hunter, because my hunting partner had like fallen down a mountain and died, and I was like, well, I guess I'm done hunting for now.
Right?
I became like the group healer, did birthing stuff and death stuff, druidy stuff. Yeah, and then like the Romans kept showing up. Like, you know, first they sent their scouts, and then they send more people, and they're building roads to your land, and then they kill you. But that was then. And then
No. And
what
then,
else happened? And then I got to talk to my higher self
cool.
through me. Like I had a list of questions already picked out, given to the hypnotherapist dude.
Mm-hmm.
And that was interesting.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Tell.
So,
Tale of your crazy
like,
journey.
according to that session, all right. Um,
Like what?
I'm a part of a collective
Hmm.
conscience, like, but my part got sent down on Earth,
Hmm.
and my purpose is to like just be.
I kind of think that's everybody's purpose.
Right.
Like, but seriously, like, I feel like we're just the universe experiencing itself. We're all just fractals of one thing. And that, infinity, nothing can exist without being experienced on some level. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like if you're a rock in space, but if no one is there to see you, you're effectively invisible. No one can hear you, you don't make a sound. If no one can feel you, you're intangible. You really technically don't exist. So the universe
Uh-huh.
wouldn't exist without people who are just existing, like conscious of their existence. That's what I think. But continue. Sorry.
Yeah. I asked about some of the childhood dreams I had because they featured all sorts of aliens.
Hmm.
I might be Star Wars fault,
Maybe.
but the collective said they like to mess with me.
Hmm.
I'm sure they like messing with lots of people because it's fun. And a part of that conversation led me to believe that life is kind of a big ass cosmic joke and you shouldn't take it that seriously
Yeah.
because it's going to be over before you know it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah. Enjoy.
enjoy.
Don't go around whipping yourself on the back.
Mm-mm.
Or
That doesn't help anyone.
no, no, it helps no one. Like people are so afraid. Like that's the thing. That's one thing that sets us apart from the other animals. Is like we are so afraid of enjoying ourselves. Like it's so weird. You're like, oh Lord, what? I can't have that much fun. This must be a sin. Everyone should be punished for this.
Not everyone should be enjoying themselves.
Right.
That's how you raise the vibrations.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Agreed. Um, Right. So is that all that came of your hypnotist? Like, what did your higher self have to say?
Honestly, not much. They're jerks and they like keeping their secrets from me.
Hmm.
This life is supposed to be you're supposed to learn from your experiences.
Mm-hmm.
My collective conscious when I'm not here, I am in the library, you know, the big one, doing all my studying up there, but I can't access most of it down here just yet.
Huh. I guess you couldn't ever down here. I mean, all of it.
My bandwidth on Earth is so limited, and I got nerfed with some RAM issues at a young age.
Nice. Hmm.
All that ADD.
Right. Right.
Yes.
I got some of that. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But it makes us good multitaskers. So I've
Sure.
read. I I don't know. Like they try to make me take medicine. I hated that stuff.
Yeah, the medicine didn't really jive with me either.
I just learned to get more self-disciplined enough to get people to leave me alone.
Yeah, I'm lucky that I can pass for normal. but not to my closest people.
Oh well, no one's really normal. I don't think that's a
No.
thing. That's like it's normal to be abnormal.
Yes, yes, it is. We all have our
Like normal is a
uniqueness.
sanity. Sanity is a social construct. And I always say you either fall short of it or
Or
you
have far too much.
transcend it. So like, but it's the social norm. Like you used to be considered legally insane if you're a woman and you won't have sex with your husband, and they would put you away in an asylum. But that's no longer considered insane. The law is
No,
considered insane.
that was
So
that was just using your authority to oppress further
right.
people.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what the definition of sanity does, in my opinion. You used to be considered insane if you were homosexual, and now you're not. Like, so it's not like an absolute truth. It's not a
Who's to say what is what anyway?
right.
I don't recognize a direct authority over language or anything really.
Yeah,
But
I agree. I agree. Here, here. There. Gonna be okay.
everywhere. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
It'll be okay.
So what else is new with you?
Mm, not much, I don't think. It's been a dark winter.
Sure.
Oh, I've been going to the gym. That's been a lot of
Really?
fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you like work out when you get there? Or do you just
Yeah,
say,
yeah,
yeah,
I work
I'm at
out
the
there.
gym and go home?
I have to immerse myself in the gym sometimes, be like, yes, I am a part of this.
Cool. That's good. That
Yeah.
is good.
It's definitely a better atmosphere than just being stuck at the apartment.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
And there's like actual people there.
Mm,
Not too many, of course.
right.
I live in a very sparsely populated area.
That's right. You do. You live far away.
So far, not even 40 minutes.
Far, far, far away. But I mean, it seems farther. Like, well, okay, like you're in Terrell, right?
hmm
See, like the parts of Terrell I've been to, it's like dirt roads, lots of cows, and mansions with like
Well,
lots of land all around them. And so everything seems like further apart. Like it seems like you're in another world.
when's the last time you've been
About,
out East Texas?
I don't know. It's been some years.
Yeah. Well, Forney's really exploded,
Hmm.
and Terrell's all right. It's got houses. Well, yeah.
You seem unsure about that.
I am still
Yeah.
unsure about it. It's cute. I think there's about 12,000 people here.
Hmm. That's good. Yeah. Like I use Terrell a little bit as a model for a small town that I write about in my fiction. But
Ooh.
um, just because it gets a study, like it's kind of like it's there in the midst of all these like the DFW Metroplex, but
hmm
it's like something. It's like because like I know I've been to the like really rural parts of Terrell, but I know there are other parts of it. I just haven't seen those parts myself. But yeah. Oh well.
Yeah. Well, there's a really nice quilt shop.
Oh really?
hmm
See,
on the.
I'm unlikely to peruse this shop
It's
by my
understandable.
own free will. Nothing wrong with its existence, but I don't know buy a quilt. So
Yeah. Oh, there's a bookstore downtown.
see those now you're speaking my language, which is English.
Yes. There's lots of good Mexican food around.
Cool. Like Mexican food or Tex-Mex?
Tex-Mex and Mexican.
Okay. Lovely.
Hmm.
Now I'm hungry.
I'm sorry. Not.
It's your fault. Like I've been eating too much peanut butter. Like I've been subsisting on like peanut butter and bananas all week. I don't know why. And nuts.
Interesting.
Yeah. Peanut butter, bananas, and nuts.
Is
Um,
that intentional or?
no, it just kind of is what's been happening. I don't know why. I have other things to eat.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it makes me puffy. Like I can't eat that stuff.
No.
But if
But you do anyway. Who
yeah,
cares?
like there's something wrong with me. I think I'm like mentally and hormonally morphing back into a teenager. I don't know how that horror show began. I'm like getting zits and like eating peanut butter sandwiches all day, which is all teenagers do. They grow zits and eat peanut butter sandwiches.
Or they eat cereal, lots and lots of cereal, which
Oh,
is what
no.
I've been doing.
Nice.
Yeah.
What kind of cereal?
There's some like honey graham stuff, and then there's like raisin crunch stuff because I'm weird and I like raisins in my cereal.
Yeah,
And then there's like Cocoa
not crazy.
Krispies. Those are always nice.
Cool. My poison's Captain Crunch.
Mhm.
Like,
Straight for the sugar.
yeah, like it's just delicious. I don't know why. It's terrible for you though.
Oh yeah, totally designed to be super addictive and low nutritional value.
Yup. See, there was me being Texas. Did you hear me go, yup?
Yep.
Like, it's always funny when I hear my own accent, when I'm like, something catches me. Just like every now and again, something catches me with one of y'all. Y'all. Yeah. It's just funny because you don't think about it. And then when you do think about it, there it is.
Yep. Oop, there it is.
But like Captain Crunch, when I was a teenager, my favorite cereal. And then Dr. Pepper was my favorite beverage. So I thought, why not put these two magnificent things together and create the ambrosia of the gods? So instead of pouring milk on my Captain Crunch, I poured hot Dr. because I preferred my Dr. Pepper hot,
Yeah.
my pizza cold. So hot Dr. Pepper goes right on. Well, I would say like room temperature Dr. Pepper. It's not like I put it on the stove. But,
You're like, oh, let me heat up this can of Dr. Pepper, y'all.
right. No, I just preferred it not cooled. But I poured it on the Captain Crunch and prepared to feast like they do on Mount Olympus. It was so disgusting. I had to throw it out.
That sounds disgusting.
I was sad.
You know what, though? I have a feeling that food of the gods would be horribly disgusting to human beings. Just a theory.
Maybe so. So perhaps I did create ambrosia.
Perhaps.
It's just vile to us. But then wouldn't like paradise be hideous too? Like by that same logic? I don't know.
I don't. Me either. We'll have to ask one.
Yeah. Or I wonder if it's like in Dickens, like when that one spirit makes Scrooge drink the milk of human kindness.
Ew.
Like,
Where'd they
how do
get
you
that from?
milk kindness?
Is there a human cow? Or is it a nut milk? Because we're
I have to tell you a dream I had, speaking of
go for it.
cows. Okay, so it's you and Matt and Chase live in a big giant apartment. And I went to go visit and see y'all's new place. And you were raising cattle in the apartment for slaughter to go and sell at the farmer's market. Two of you being vegans. Like, so that was hilarious. And I'm like, well, that's an interesting change. But you then gave me the grand tour of the apartment and your slaughterhouse and all the facilities. Like, it was lovely. Aside from, I mean, the cows were like treated very nice until you slaughtered them. Like, they were just wandering around the living room. They were just,
They were extra luxurious cows.
Yeah. Oh, and what was it like your diets? All y'all ate was why I wrote this down. I can't look it up. It's gonna be too far up on my thing. Cheap wine and or no, maybe the wine was expensive. Expensive wine and like breakfast cereal, something like that. It was all you ate. All three of you. Like you were all three in this together. So then like you showed me the door. Oh yeah, it was cereal because then when I'm leaving, Matt came up with a tiny metal bucket filled with his favorite breakfast cereal. It's like my parting gift for
Oh my
visiting,
god.
for touring your like business home. And then I went from there into this water park that was right around y'all's apartments and helped Steve Buscemi look for dead bodies under the slides, which was disturbing. And then I woke up.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Sounds like a very murdery neighborhood.
Yeah, pretty much.
What a death.
Especially if it was one of your cow roommates. They're going to get murdered.
It must have been a sound business.
I guess. I mean, y'all seemed happy.
I mean, whatever works, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to make sense.
You were happy, so I was happy for you. Then had to go hang out and do creepy stuff with Steve Buscemi, which, you know, I didn't want to do. I didn't want to look for dead bodies under water slides.
No.
But dreams are weird. Oh well.
Yes, they are. I wish I could remember mine lately, but no, it just ain't happening.
Oh well. Such is life.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes
When I do dream, though. Yeah, I mean, like, I remember I have them, but I just forget all their content. You know, like a fart in the wind.
Oh, right. They all kind of fade. Well, not all of them, but most of them. After you wake up, like, you'll remember it really clearly, and then it'll just kind of get farther away. Oh, well. Oh, wow. Well, we've been at it for like an hour. We should probably wrap it up.
All right.
But thanks for hanging out and wearing shades with me.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, yeah. Your check is in the mail.
I'll be holding my breath.
Yeah, it's $0.00.
Oh, good.
But I value you too much to put a price on borrowing your celebrity for my video.
That's all right. I understand. I have to do charity work sometimes.
Yeah, you can
For,
maybe it's a tax write-off. Pro
yes.
bono appearance by the quilt lady. All right. Well, how do I don't know how to get out of here, but whatever. Yeah, anyway, Conversations with Sunglasses, episode 2 is in the can. If anybody's into this sort of horse crap, feel free to subscribe. Toodaloo, dude.
Bye.
Bye.